Cat in the box.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mix It Up podcast. I am Mike. That is Nick. Nick is drinking eggnog. It's Christmas time. We just had our Christmas. We're on vacation. Nick is mixing it up with Bud Light Seltzer back. By the way, black cherry.
Wait, who the fuck is on vacation? Who the fuck is on vacation?
We were all on vacation, man. I mean, we had one day off, right? So I consider that a vacation now. As an adult, that's a fucking vacation.
True.
Right? Like, we don't get weeks off like we're fucking little kids and shit. Or it's a fucking snowstorm. If a snowstorm happens, we don't run out and play. We actually fucking go to work, which kind of whack. But speaking of that, like, you know, we had I mean, I'll start with before I ask Nick, I'll start with my like Christmas vacation. It started off with me losing a tranny. And I'm not talking about the women with a penis or the man with a vagina, I guess, like whatever your preference is. But I'm talking about a real life transmission problem in my fucking Jeep. And my boy Nick over there, the co-creator of this podcast, he picked me up and I had to fucking, you know, take everything out of my fucking car, or mostly everything. And I had beer in there and my fucking book bag. So I stacked it to the side of like Bronx River Road in Yonkers, YO. So the beer was just sitting there. And I'm fucking guarding it against like hobos walking by. Like, shout out to the hobos, like, no disrespect, but like, don't be eyeing my shit and like staring at it. Like, it's weird. Like, I'm gonna shoo you away. I'm like, yo, like, stop eyeing that shit. Get the fuck out of here. So Nick came by, we rescued the beer, we threw everything in there. And you know, one of the funniest shit you said, Nick, was in a text message with me, you, Crazy Chris. I don't think the other guys were in it, but I think it was just us three. And Chris was like, yo, did you pick up Mike? And then you were like, oh, I got there, but it was just nothing but a stack of beer on the side of the road, but in the shape of Mike. Like, I don't know what the fuck that meant, but that shit had me fucking rolling for like hours. I'm like, now I'm like thinking of like displays of beer to make, like in the shape of me. Like, I don't even know how you fucking make that. What is it, like a stick figure or something? But yo, thanks for picking me up, man. Like, I needed to ride home, and now my car's all the way up in bumfuck Beacon getting diagnostic to see what it is. And obviously it's a fucking tranny, but whatever.
That's terrible news, man. It's terrible news. I'm sure all our fans out here feeling your pain right now. Like, they're probably saying, they're probably thinking this, some of them. I wonder if all that bad mouthing that Mike does about actual trannies has come back to nip him in the butt.
Yo, maybe that is. Yo, maybe a real life tranny fucked with my tranny just to like fuck with me a little bit. Hey, listen, I guess I deserve it. What can I say? Like, I'm sorry.
I got a question for you.
Give my tranny back.
Isn't the word tranny pretty cool? Like, if you were a transsexual or a transgender, wouldn't you want to be called a tranny?
Yeah, it's fucking cool. It's a cool ass fucking name.
It's cool as fuck.
Like, I mean, for real, right? Like, it is mad fucking chill.
Right. I mean, fuck. I wouldn't think anything bad about it if you were like, look at this fucking tranny. I'd be like, that's right, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Probably got a bigger dick than you, bitch.
Right. Check out my new dick. Like, I'm a woman, but I just created this fucking dick. I got a dick put on.
Exactly. Just jealous of my dick.
Whatever floats your fucking boat, man. Shit. But yeah, my tranny went, and that was my fucking start of the Christmas. Then, like, I seen half of my family for Christmas because the other half had like fucking COVID and shit, or fucking Omicron virus or whatever. But basically, it was just a cold. So, and you know, everybody kind of just like kind of chilled or whatever. I seen some on Christmas Eve. But yeah, that's how it went, man. Like, but you know, it is what it is. What about you, man? How's your Christmas?
It was good, man. I went to Reno's with my girlfriend's family for Din Din on like Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And then I went to downstairs, my mom's, and everybody came over and we had Christmas there. So it was good. You know, last year I had the Koronski. Me, my brother, and my sister all had the Koronski. So Christmas and New Year's was pretty much canceled for us. So it was nice to celebrate the old holidays again, you know?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you get? You get anything nice? I didn't get shit.
Yeah, I mean, I tell people we don't really get gifts for each other anymore, you know?
Nah, right? Like, you're adults, like, and shit. You don't give, like, I don't like it. Should I give like my brothers and sisters is like gift cards? Like, hey, this is what you're getting. Obviously, I'm not putting a lot of thought into you. You know what I mean? So just take the fucking gift cards and be happy. So when you're on Amazon, think of me when you're ordering that whatever bullshit you're ordering.
Right. But gift cards are one of the biggest wastes of money because who uses them ever? I probably accumulated like thousands of dollars worth of gift cards and I never use them ever. I swear to God, Mike, I have a gift card. I have 2 gift cards from probably when I was like 22 years old in my drawer still. I've tried to use them multiple times and it just says like, you can't use them here. You can't use them here. You can't use them here.
Because it's expired. It's like fucking 50 years old.
No, it's unexpirable. There's some of them don't expire. And I have fresh ones that I'm never going to use. And I know I'm never going to use them. I don't know what it is about gift cards. I get them. I'm like, oh, cool. And then I put them in my drawer and I never use them.
What is it, like a nuisance for you to fucking be like, here, do you accept this?
I
Like,
just
is
forget.
that what it is?
I forget.
You just forget?
Why don't you just give me 50 fucking bucks instead of a gift card?
Yeah,
I won't forget. I won't forget how to spend that cash.
It's the thought that counts, though. I mean, a nice gift card, like, hey, I know it's actually kind of like stupid. You're right. A gift card is dumb. It's just saying like, hey, you're a little bit better than cash in my eyes. So you're gonna get fucking gift cards. Like it looks like, or it's just a shot at you. Like if I get you like a Gap gift card, maybe it's like me saying, hey, you need to upgrade your wardrobe or some shit. You know what I mean? Like go to Abercrombie. Here's $50. Fucking get a new pair of jeans because that shit's whack. So it could be that too, Or it's like people buying you deodorant and shit. Like on your birthday, like here, man, you fucking might need this.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
Or they know that I don't use gift cards, and it goes. You could load it up to $5 to $500.
Yeah,
they just load it up with $5, and they're like, yeah, there's 150 on there.
Well, what happened? You must have spent it.
What, in my sleep?
Shit, man. Like, listen, I'll come over, man. I'll take all your gift cards if you want.
Give me half
Half
price
price?
cash. I will give you my gift cards. I swear to God.
Oh, dude, that sounds like you heard it here first on the Mix Up podcast. Yeah, I'll spend the whole day using those fucking things.
That's crackhead status right there, where people are like,
That is.
yo, $50 gift card, $5.
I almost worry about you, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm getting a sweet deal, so I don't really give a fuck. Like, if you're going through some shit like a drug problem, like, I don't care, man. I'll figure that out after I spend all this fucking money. Go fucking Toys R Us, get some video games.
What happens when you get a $50 gift card and you spent $47.53, and now you have $2.47 left over, and now you're like, hey, what do I do with this card?
That's how they make money, bro.
Yeah.
Right there.
Well, they make money because I guarantee at least 30 to 40% of people never use their gift card. Oh,
Yeah.
that's got to be a fact. It has to be.
No way. I'm thinking more. It's like 1%. You're in that 1% where you just have it in the drawer and you just fucking stare at them. Like I see those things. I'm like, I'm using those fucks.
I have a $50 gift card that I got 2 Christmases ago. Still in my wallet. I just found it the other day. I was like, oh shit.
No shit.
Will never get used.
$25. You heard it here first, man. I'm getting that fucking card. Well, that was fucking Christmas, man. Yeah, I just want to, before we get into the topics, like I got to make a real quick shout out. We have, this is crazy. We got another country that just made the list that have downloaded and listened to this fucking podcast. Was Israel. Israel made the list. So shout out to my Israelites out there,
All the Israelites. That's funny because they're a topic of our conversation today.
There you go. So what's the topic then?
Louis C.K.,
Yes.
Burger King COVID pass, Israel worrying that a 4th vaccine will weaken body's immune system to fight COVID, Aaron Rodgers hugging Aaron Andrews after a win. I have a video that I want to play for people, and I think I want to talk about outer space possibly today if we get to it ever.
Outer space. All right.
All right, let's go with what do you want to go with?
Guess got to go with the Israel, right?
All right, go for it. Talk to us. Let's see. Did you do any research? I mean, is there research to do on it? I mean, the title's pretty much research right there, right?
Yeah, pretty much the title. It is what it is. You know, it's unfortunate, but like Israel's now looking at going to a fourth vaccine, not a second, not a third. They're going to number 4 already. These people, these maniacs. I don't like if people don't look at Israel, be like, I don't know, maybe these vaccines aren't working. I don't know what you're thinking about. Like it's staring you. All the evidence is staring you in your face. Now they're saying, which makes actually total sense, is like, all right, the more vaccines you get against this virus might really not protect you against coronavirus. It's going to weaken your immune system. Right. I'm like, now that makes sense. That's just based off of science. I could get that. So why are they pushing all these fucking shots, man? Obviously they're duds. Like, what the fuck?
Duds.
Like, they're duds.
You know what would be funny if aliens came down and we found out that the vaccine protects them against the aliens? It would be like, oh, fuck. Like, they're like bulletproof against aliens.
Like that. Like, oh, they fucking, what's in that fuck? What's in their blood?
Yeah.
Disgusting.
It's wild, man. It seems like a lot more people, I don't know, honestly, a lot more people I'm hearing are vaccinated and getting coronavirus right now than people that aren't. I don't really know anybody that hasn't been vaccinated that's gotten it recently. Yeah, right. So, and the crazy thing is, and this is the video that I wanted to show you from Instagram, but I'll just tell you about it. Basically, nowadays people go like this. They'll be like, well, the main purpose of the vaccine wasn't to stop the virus. It was to, you know, prevent the illness from being super, like, you know, deadly and crazy and shit like that. Yeah. But then there's a video of Fauci, Biden, all these newscasters saying, if you take this vaccine, you will not have to worry about the coronavirus anymore. You will not get it. You will not be injured by it. You will not be able to spread it. One newscaster said, the virus will die as soon as it touches you, basically. Like, you are the superhuman vaccinated psychopath that, you know, that the coronavirus.
Heroes never die.
Virus can't touch. Yeah. And now people, this is how fucked up people are. They'll go like this. Well, you know, at least it does this and at least it does that. No, motherfucker, you said that it's going to do this.
From the beginning. Yeah.
So why be so adamant about it? Like, why? Like, I had the conversation with somebody tonight. We were like, this guy's been vaccinated, works in a hospital, and we were saying the same thing. We were like, why say such a strong truth about something when you're unsure of it? Right?
Right. And
then these people just fucking backtrack on their words. You know? Oh, well, weakens the symptoms. Okay. Is it? Because is it weakening the symptoms, or is the virus just gotten weaker as viruses do, they say?
The variants get weaker. Exactly.
Right. Which hopefully is true. But why then are all these vaccinated people getting the fucking virus?
That's a good question, man. I don't know. Like, you're hearing it from like a lot of like verified people. Like, you're hearing it from like doctors and nurses that work in these places where they see these people going in.
Yeah.
So the whole narrative, like the media spinning that it's the unvaccinated that are overwhelming the hospitals. That's just not the case.
Right.
Like, I can't believe people like just keep buying that shit and eating it up. Like it's real life. Like it's obviously fake. Look it up.
Right. Like, I mean, this one person that I was talking today was basically saying that his daughter didn't want to come by on Christmas because her boyfriend was unvaccinated.
Okay.
So they didn't come by, and she ended up getting coronavirus. She was vaccinated.
Right. So what the fuck, man? Like,
I've known people that she just got boosted. That's the second person, Mike, that I've heard about that just got a booster like a week prior and got
Coronavirus.
the coronavirus that same fucking week.
Within a week. That's crazy.
Yeah. So what's that all about? Is it giving you coronavirus? Is it doing the reverse of it? Is it weakening your immune system and you're more susceptible to it?
That's what I think. I think it's weakening your immune system because, like, it's the same, it's the same kind of shit that's trying to battle it out. So it's like you're injecting the virus almost, right? That's what they say.
Yeah.
For the most part. And of course, like, it's just like, of course it's gonna attack you and weaken your immune system. Like, why would you rather like rely on your own immune system unless it's like, you know, a really fucking deadly virus, which this ain't it. 99% of people survive this shit without the vaccine. So what the fuck, man?
I don't know. I don't really know. It's just, yeah, it's pretty fucking wild. It's pretty wild that it's back to where we're at square one again. You know what's the craziest part? And I'm affected by it too. I'm not gonna lie. It's gotten into my fucking head, and certain things bother me. Like if I know somebody's been around somebody that had coronavirus, I do not want to be anywhere fucking near you. That's just me personally.
Right.
And it has nothing to do with me. It just has a fact of like me feeling like I'm contagious and giving it to other people.
Or you don't want to be sick.
What?
Or you just don't want to get sick.
Yeah, of course I don't want to get sick, but it's more.
That's what it is.
I don't want to give it to anybody. I don't want to get anybody else sick, you know, because that's the fear that they put in your head. Like basically you're a walking fucking virus carrier, you know, you're a walking death machine and don't go near anybody. And I feel bad for the people that stayed away again on the holidays. Like there's been some people that haven't seen their family for years now, man, because of this thing.
That's nuts.
It's not right. I mean, especially because a lot of it's lies. If we were told all the truth and then you were able to make your own educated decision on, I'm willing to put myself on the line. I'm willing to put, if they're willing, if my family's willing and I'm willing, we get together for Christmas.
Right.
If we really knew the true numbers and they weren't skewed and the lies weren't given and the facts weren't changed every fucking other week, you know? These people are ruining everybody's lives, man. They're ruining their lives with their fucking lies and bullshit and fucking turning their, they're just like the weathermen now, politicians and newscasters. They could say it's going to rain and then fucking 3 days later, it's fucking sunny out.
They could get everything wrong. It don't matter.
And they're never held accountable. Nobody's held accountable.
As long as Al Roker looks good in a suit, like he's going back up there on the fucking weather desk, man.
Well, hey, guess what? Screw you, okay?
But
that's the thing, Mike. He don't look good for suit.
Now he lost weight. Al Roker lost weight.
I liked him better when he was fat.
Yeah, when he was fat, he was fucking hysterical.
Yeah,
I don't know why. Like, yeah, when fat people get skinny, like, let me tell you, your sense of humor just it evaporates for some fucking reason. I don't know what it is.
Because they got a complex. They think they're cooler than they are.
I don't know. They're still saying the same shit. If like, I don't know. I think just fat people are just like, for some reason, they're funnier to me.
I'm gonna eat you. I'm bigger than you. I'm higher than the
Once again, no
food chain.
disrespect to the
Get
people
in
out there.
my
Like, listen, hey, I got
belly.
a little belly. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about like, you know, when you're, I don't know. Do you want to see like a real skinny in shape, like AC Slater from Saved by the Bell tell jokes? Or do you want to see like a fat fuck that just like stumbled out the bar at 3 a.m. all drunk, start talking to you, and you can't wait to hear the dumb shit he says?
Fat people are funny.
Exactly. Fuck AC Slater.
Hi, thanks, preppy.
Oh shit.
But speaking of like fat people being funny, like I'll take this. I'll take the bull by the horns on this fucking trans you know what I'm saying? Transatlantic word again.
Transatlantic highlight.
Yeah, we're fucking transitioning. So we're just on the podcast, nothing else. But yeah, Louis C.K., man, fucking comedian.
What happened?
Like, he came out with a fucking special, and now it's like all the people are coming after him because he took like a couple years off because of what he did. And if people don't know what he did, this is exactly what he did. So he got into a little bit of trouble. It's a whole like Me Too movement or whatever. And apparently, like, he went up to like a hotel room, and these two girl comics came up to his room with him. Right, this is like 2 a.m. after a late night set, and Louis C.K. He's like, ladies, you mind if I just jerk off right here? And so they were just giggling or whatever, like girls do, I guess, because that question is just weird to begin with. Like, it's just ballsy as fuck to ask that question to two women, but not only two women, two like pretty much co-workers. You know what I mean? Like, right. Hey, you mind if I jerk off right here and you watch me?
Yeah.
So he did that. He axed, and the poor bitches, they had to watch it. And all of a sudden they leave, right? And Louis C.K. has been known to do this, I guess. Like Sarah Silverman, like broke out, like she watched him jerk off one time, and she laughed it off, whatever. But he asked politely, and so these two bitches, comics or whatever, they kind of like during the whole Me Too moment, they went back and kind of filed like a report, or not even like a police report. They just kind of like blew it up on social media. They said what he did, and they made it seem like it was sexual assault. Like, and I don't know by your standards, but sexual assault means like, listen, you're physically touching me, you're grabbing me, you're violating me.
Yeah.
If I'm like this happened to me, like at my first job, like going back at the supermarket, it was this chick in the bakery at my first job. I was young. I was like fucking 15, 16, whatever I started. And this older woman, like, just started flipping her bean right in front of me. And I was like, did I have any lasting trauma over that? No. I watched. I mean, sure, I can't eat a fucking muffin because in the corner of my eye, the stack of muffins were right there while she was flicking her bean. So I'm traumatized, I guess, by that. So it's really tough for me to eat a muffin. But I watched it and I got over it. And I was just like, that was a show, man. It was a fucking show. Like,
right.
If you want to do that, that's fine. You're not touching me. Like, I could walk out the room. I could leave. If you decide to just pull your pants down and flicking your bean, I don't have to watch. I could fucking walk out. I'm a grown person, but I'm going to stay and watch. I want to see what happens. So that's it. Like, what's your views on that? Do you even think it's like sexual assault?
I don't even think that we should be having this conversation, because I don't think it should be a matter of anybody ever knowing or giving a flying fuck that Louis C.K. jerked off in front of fucking two chicks who had the opportunity to get the fuck out of the room. I don't know the whole story, but I'd imagine he didn't tie them down or fucking hold them at gunpoint.
Obviously.
And they probably sat there and laughed and probably said, oh my God, we could totally like fuck Louis C.K. or maybe we'll get some money and some fucking fame out of this shit. Like, listen, man, get over it, man. Like, why does every story have to be public nowadays? Like, have you ever done anything and not told anybody? You just like, oh, I'm going to go for a mountain climb and then not tell anybody.
Right.
I've never went on a mountain climb and not told anybody. But why is it that we all have to tell everybody everything?
Probably the social media aspect of it, but like, that's like, I don't know. I feel bad for him in a way, because that's your most vulnerable, embarrassing moment right there. As soon as you shoot a load, like he's sitting there in a chair jerking off, and then once he shoots a load on his belly, like it's a wrap. Like, how do you get up from that? Like, it's embarrassing. Then you got to clean yourself. You got to pull your pants up. It's like, it's shame. So these girls are probably just pointing at him and laughing at him, like, look at you monster. Like, you are so weird. Like, so I don't know.
Yeah, but you know what though? Now that the cat's out the bag, he probably has had so many girls that hits him up like, yo, can you come over and jerk off in front of me? Because a lot of chicks are probably into that shit. So he probably gets like, he probably got so many other chicks off it, and he's like, whatever.
Dude, he's probably on like a fucking weird website and shit, where like a fetish website where you can find shit like that. He's probably like the star. Imagine you're a woman looking for that, and then Louis C.K. fucking walks in, like you're like the almighty, like, holy shit, I hit the fucking lotto. Like, I can't wait for. I mean, first of all, that's just a weird fucking fetish, man. Like,
wanting to whack off in front of you gotta have some set of balls though to be like, yo,
that's probably what it is. Like, he don't give a fuck. He's just like, I'm just gonna fuck away. Like, it'd be scary if he didn't ask. You know what I mean?
Right.
If he just started, like, all of a sudden you're in a room, right? First off, like, you're hanging out with Louis C.K. like 2 a.m. What do you guys think you're doing? Either gonna do drugs or you're gonna start fucking. So they went up to the room, and then if he just fucking like locked the door behind him, put the bolt up, and just started fucking whipping it out, like Whip It Out Wednesday, like, obviously that's fucking some fucking crazy shit.
Yeah.
And also, and they didn't do that. That's the whole fucking thing. Like,
but how do we know that he didn't? How do we know that?
It came out in like the testimony or whatever, I guess, like when they when they're talking to somebody. Like, I don't think they pressed charges, but they had to talk to somebody because I think he was trying to like sue like a civil suit or some shit. I forgot how the story went down, but it came out like and they had to admit it that like he asked, like,
Yeah.
could they have thought he was just joking because he never did it? Maybe because he's a comedian, but then it'd be like, oh shit, he's really doing it. So like, all right, you leave there. You don't wait to completion. You fucking leave that door right there. You open the door and you fucking bounce and get the fuck out of there. But I don't know.
Isn't it kind of weird that you're not allowed to lie under oath, like when they're in their testimony and stuff, but you could lie any other time and it's not a crime?
Yeah, why is it a crime? If you lie, then you go to jail immediately. Is that a thing?
No, I don't know if you go to jail immediately, but if you lie under oath, you can go to jail. Like if you're, say you kill somebody and I'm trying to protect your ass under oath, like I'm pretty sure I'm like gonna go to jail for that, or at the very least, get put on some sort of crazy shit.
I guess that's the reason. Yeah, that's the reason. Like the threat of jail is pretty much making you not want to lie.
Right.
You know, fuck.
So you could tell the cop one thing like when they're interviewing you, but then you could change your mind in court and tell the truth.
Right.
And what you said previously won't be held against you, which is, I guess, in a way that's the way of getting the truth out. Because if they say like, "Oh, what you said is going to be held against you," then you're going to be like, "I got to stick to this story."
Right. I better not fuck around.
Mm-hmm.
You're just basically describing the whole basis of like any movie or any Law and Order I ever watched.
Right.
Where it's like to get to the end, like they have to tell the truth. But you know when they do, or they just crack and they just fucking spill the beans like right there.
They crack so easily in Law and Order, man.
They always fucking.
The music comes on. As soon as the background music comes on, they crack.
That's it. And it's always like, as soon as you turn on Law and Order, it's never the first guy that's the rapist.
Oh,
He's always like a fucking guy just happened to be there, wrong place, wrong time. So you know it's never him. It's the criminal usually arrives like 25 to 38 minutes into the Law and Order. That's when you know, like you look out for the characters during that time frame, and it's like shit. Then you get Ice-T like, this motherfucker did this every episode. He's questioning like what happened. Like, yo, you work for SUV, bro. Like you seen it all. He's in shock and all of like everything he's saying. He took a bicycle part and stuck it up whose ass? Like it's like what? Come on, Ice-T. Like you've been here before, man. Every episode.
Just last episode, you stuck the bicycle part up somebody's ass. What are you so crazy about?
You took it out, Ice-T.
It's the middle of the day and they're both practically naked. She's banging him.
Yo, speaking of that, did you hear about like the what they're doing now with Governor Hochul passing that law? If you're caught with a false vaccination card, they're considered a federal crime now, where it's jail time. Can you fucking believe? Like, listen, I don't have a fake vax card. Like, I never bought one. I was never able to get one. I just go to places like, listen, if they check me, they check me. If they don't, they don't. You know what I mean? So whatever. But yeah, like all of a sudden now it's like a federal fucking crime and shit. Like, are you fucking serious? Like, what are you shooting up in our asses that you're making this a fucking federal? First, you try to bribe us. Then you try to fucking take away our livelihood. Now you're threatening jail time. Like, what's next? Are you just gonna come and take the unvaccinated out their house and just throw them in a fucking like a private fucking area, which was a bill that they were looking to pass that they took off? Can you believe that? That was true. What I just said. They were looking to take people out the houses. If you're in an area, they could literally take you away from your home, away from you, and put you in a separate facility for up to 6 months. But they took that law. They took that law off the fucking table. But they fucking proposed that fucking law. It was up there. Fucking scary, bro. Fucking scary, man.
Yeah. It's nice to know that there's people out there though that are like, what are you nuts? I'm not voting this law and this rule into law. I'm not letting that happen. There's normal people out there. Thank God.
Normal. Thank God. Yeah. Rationale people. Like, oh my God, you understand. You're thinking with your head.
Yeah. Because you think for the most part, and I know that we always think that the whole entire government's out to get you good, right?
Fuck them.
but there are some normals in there, which it's really good. It's really good to know that the normals sometimes outweighs the fucking ab normies.
The normies, the Ab Normies. I think that's the title of the show, the Ab Normies. We fucking write that down. Yeah, but that's what it is, bro. Can you fucking imagine that, man?
No.
It's the way it's coming, man. You know it's coming. Eventually, like, everybody's eventually going to get shot up somehow, some way. They're going to fucking probably tie us down somewhere, take us to a secret location, shoot us up, and then we'd have to do, like, the walk of shame home. Because we'd be so fucking embarrassed by fucking have to force feeding getting that fucking shot in. Be the fucking worst, man.
I'm not getting that. They ain't forcing me. They're not force feeding. They ain't force feeding me shit.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm not fucking getting that shit either, man. Fuck them. Fuck
I
them.
Yeah, fuck them. Fuck that. Fuck her.
Little fuck her. Fuck her. Fuck her. You want a baby? You want a baby? Fuck her. Fuck her. That's an inside joke from a video I've watched a long time ago. But let's take a quick commercial break on the Mix It Up podcast, and then guys, we're not gonna have an after party tonight because somebody was late taking down Christmas decorations at his fucking house at like fucking 10:30 at night. That was Nick, by the way. So we started a late podcast, so we're not gonna have an after pod. So we'll just continue to roll with this, and then we'll come out with an after pod next week. So you won't miss it that too much. But we'll be right back on the Mix It Up podcast. All right, we are back on the Mix It Up podcast. I'm Mike. That's Nick. Nick, what other topics we got to roll with, man? Is there any more?
Yeah, I want to talk about. I guess we'll talk about Aaron Rodgers hugging Aaron Andrews after the win, and then we'll get into Deep Space Nine.
Okay. Sounds good. So I guess I'll talk about the fucking Aaron Rodgers situation. So basically, like, you know, like NFL like interviews, like post game, like they have like you stand here, right? The player, and then like about 6 feet or more with a woman with a microphone, Aaron Andrews. She has like the microphone on like a stick, and she's like a boom stick, like a boom mic, and she's fucking like leaning over with the fucking microphone to talk to Aaron Rodgers. Or whatever, however the hell they do it. But it's weird. Like, she's like fucking 6 to 10 feet away. She's interviewing him on the fucking practice field, whatever. All for show. Interview's over. Interview's done. All of a sudden, like, they show a picture of like Aaron Andrews and Aaron Rodgers just hugging, like with no masks, no nothing. They're hugging and kissing each other, like, oh, nice to see you, blah, blah, blah. What the fuck was the point of that whole song and dance with that interview?
Right.
Like, it's like, are you just doing it all for fucking show, man? It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
It's protocol.
Protocol.
They have to follow protocol when the camera's on.
When the camera's on.
While the camera's on, of course.
Right. But as long as you don't get caught with the cameras off, that's okay, right?
But,
come on, man.
But you know Aaron Rodgers doesn't give a fuck, number one.
You don't give a fuck, no.
He's doing the protocol so he doesn't get fired. Which he's never going to get fucking fired, but he's doing the right thing by the protocol. Aaron Andrews obviously didn't care either, and they hugged each other and made out with each other after the fucking game. Oh my god, what a fucking crock of shit! What a crock of shit! Fucking crazy, man.
It is fucking bullshit, man. He did that or whatever, you know. It's just like the whole fucking song and dance over that fucking shit is just, it's nonsense. It just makes me believe like all right, like you said, like he's not going to get fired from his job. Like, of course not. But normies could get fired from their job from not following protocol or not getting the vaccine. Like, it's like a double standard because, all right, you have the money, so you have a little bit of power and leverage. You play in the entertainment world, so you're making that dough. So now you're on this pedestal. You could get away with a lot more shit that the normies can. The normal 9-to-5 guys just going to work and, you know, listen, I can't, you know, work here. I can't, you know, whatever, do mail, can't fix tires. I can't fucking pack out groceries. I can't do it because I'm not vaccinated. Like, you're taking these, you know, they have no choice. You're putting these people, they have no choice. But the higher ups, like A-Rod's, like, he's not getting vaccinated. So he has a choice. He has the money to be able to like, all right, fuck it. Like, I'll just stay in my house. I don't need to go down to the city, or I don't need to go down to Burger King or get some burgers. I don't need to do that shit. So some people got a lot made, man. They got a lot better than a lot of other people, man. I can't believe it's not an uprising just based off that fact. Like, why aren't we all be like, yo, why do we have to put up with this bullshit? Why do the elitist kind of people, like, they have their own rules, but we don't? We just have to follow this. There's so many of us, just regular people, like, are fed up. Like, we need to like step up and do something like Australia is by like protesting and walking in the streets or something, because otherwise it's just not going to change. We're just going to end up falling in line, and they're going to pin each other on us, vaccinated versus unvaccinated, vice versa. Keep fighting, keep divided between us, so we don't end up doing that kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then it's just going to stay status quo. We're just going to be fighting over vaccines for the 4th, 5th vaccine, you know?
Oh, yeah. I want to talk more about Israel and how they might implement the 4th shot. And I kind of feel bad for the people that are like, oh, the 4th shot's got to work and they can't wait to get it. Like, I know certain people that are like, like intensely for the fucking, like, want more and more fucking shots. Like that's the fucking end all be all to stop this thing and to like save yourself or your life and stuff like that. It's like, how could you think that? How could you think that more vaccines are going to like protect you like from this virus? Like, that you need 4 shots to stop the coronavirus from getting to you.
Or just the booster. They were hyped up about just getting the booster, thinking that's going to make a world of difference, right? That's what I heard that too from like certain people. I'm like, and I was just like, I'm thinking, I'm like, all right, when does it stop? Like, are you going to say the same thing after the 8th shot or the 9th shot? Like, when are you going to figure it out?
Yeah. And you know what's fucked up? We'll never see the actual true stats of people getting like the coronavirus now who don't have the vaccine, have 1 shot, have 2 shots, and are boosted. We'll never see those figures.
No,
ever.
Right.
Because people who are getting boosted might have the fucking most susceptibility. They might be getting the most sick out of all of everybody. You never know.
Right.
They might be getting it more than anybody. And it's like, the people should know that. The general public should know all of this. It shouldn't be a guessing game. It shouldn't be who you believe. It shouldn't be if you are Democrat or Republican and you believe this side or that side. It should be right down the middle in the library. Let me see the fucking stats. And that's it.
Right.
And then you will say to yourself, I'm not getting this booster. I'm not even getting fucking vaccinated, because, there's only a 2% more chance that I'm going to get the virus if I don't have a vaccine. So it's like, and you know what's fucked up too, man? People who are so adamant about people getting vaccinated when there are health risks to the vaccine, which the government and the fucking news, a lot of the news anyway, will decides that they will not fucking acknowledge.
Right.
Now, if there's a 1% chance of you dying from the coronavirus, and there's a 1% chance of you getting a heart problem from the coronavirus, which one are you going to take? Which chance are you going to take?
Exactly. You'd be like, I'm not going to get the shot. Why would I want to get sick?
Right.
Or get this, knowing that's an option. Like, or just going through life and not getting coronavirus and not have to worry about this kind of shit. Like, of course,
not only
there's
that,
people like that.
Not only that, instead, if you get that heart problem, what are you going to do about it? Right. What can you do?
It's myocarditis, right? Myocarditis.
Yeah, something like that. It like inflames your heart. But there's nothing that you could do to lead up to getting the shot to prevent you from getting that, which I know. I don't fucking know. Maybe there is, maybe there's not, but I doubt it. But there are things that you could do to you getting prior to you getting coronavirus, which could make you stronger and healthier, which is change your diet,
right?
Take good supplements, exercise, all this stuff, which never has been told once from the United States government ever. No. I don't watch it. So maybe they do tell you. I don't fucking know. I watch whatever's on Instagram and shit like that.
Nick, they closed our gyms and they kept open McDonald's and liquor stores. Right. What does that tell you right there?
Yeah.
They don't want you fucking healthy, numbnuts.
Yeah.
Think about that shit.
But imagine now I'm going to try to think about it from the other side where you just said that. I'm like, oh my God, what are you, fucking stupid, Mike? They closed the gyms because it's a fucking cesspool. Number one, it's a fucking cesspool in there. All right. And liquor stores, what do you want them to do? You're going to get bored at home. You need to drink. You need to drink to dull your fucking brain, Mike. What are you, an idiot?
I see that too. Yep.
So like, you're just stupid, and you're Irish and stupid.
Man, fuck you guys for saying that.
Yeah,
like,
and
but
you know what?
Yeah, but no, they think like
8 shots. I want 8.
Keep giving it to me. Like, yeah, listen, I get the people that are like, so like, I just want this to go away. I'll do whatever it takes. I'll get vaccinated. I'll listen. I get all that, but I mean, obviously, like that's not what's happening here. Like, you need to see that. You need to wake up and see that. I mean, first off, it was just a 99% survival rate from COVID anyway. So by injecting, they say you weaken your symptoms, but I mean, I don't think people are buying that kind of shit. So like when you're talking about like the gyms being closed now, after the fact, when everybody was spraying down shit because if you touch something that has coronavirus on it, blah, blah, blah. Coronavirus was never about touching something and getting it. It was always through the air. So when people were saying like getting disinfected and spraying and washing handles down, like what were you doing? Like, all right, maybe that's why the flu went away, because you were cleaning every goddamn fucking surface on the fucking planet. So, and then the cold, all of a sudden the cold just fucking disappeared this year anyway. But now they figured out it's an airborne virus. And they also said that this virus could pass through your mask, through the cloths you're wearing. So that's not obviously not doing anything. So, you know what I mean? There was a lot of mistakes made in the beginning of this pandemic, and I think the people made it a lot worse, especially when they were hooking up people on ventilators when there was no need to do that. Once you put on a vent, you're dead. And they were screaming. Remember Cuomo screaming for more vents. We need more vents. Donald Trump, we got to get more vents here. You're just killing people by putting them on there. So there's definitely a lot of mistakes to be made in the beginning. And I think people are now waking up and they're starting to realize that. And now that they're starting to see these variants come out, which all variants of diseases they get less and less, toxic for people. Now you're seeing this Omicron virus, whatever the fuck it's called. It's basically like nothing. It spreads easily, sure, but you basically get no symptoms. Like you get like a fucking runny nose and a cough, like a fucking cold.
Well,
I don't know, man.
I know people that it's been worse than a cold. Like they've been hit pretty hard.
Like how hard?
Like my cousin had it. My cousin had it twice now. Okay. She got vaccinated. She got it, got vaccinated, got it again. All right. Which is, there's the story of fucking everything right there. But our bones were killing her, she said. And it wasn't as bad as the first time, but it was like bone crushing fucking pain and shit like that in her body. And my other cousin got it, and he was like, thank God I'm over this fucking hump right now. He was like, I'm definitely not getting this fucking vaccine after getting this fucking thing. It's like, I want nothing to do with this. And that's how I feel too, man. Like when I got
a lot of people feel
I don't want anything to do with this thing ever again. I'm not willingly putting this into my fucking system, number one. I'm not fucking doing it, And there are people that have problems now. They have fucking health problems from it.
Right.
It's not a fucking crock of shit, guys. It's true. Like people that like normal human beings know are saying, oh yeah, like, this person has this now, this person had chest pains after they got the shot and they had to go to the fucking hospital over it. Like that's not something that should happen from that, so, I mean, but if it does, I understand there's like percentage wise of things that they call kind of acceptable, right? If it's a 5% thing or whatever, 5% acceptability of people, I don't know, fucking getting really sick or something like that. They understand. Just tell people that though.
Yeah, right. They try to keep it from us.
Like there's a 5% chance of you getting really fucked up from this thing.
Right.
Or if it's 1%, hopefully it's fucking smaller, obviously.
But you should make your own fucking decision.
You should make your own decision. You should be properly informed. And I don't want to hear, oh, it's safe, it's safe, it's safe, it's safe. That's not proper information. That's not proper education. You're taking what's that stupid drug that we always make fun of on
Sky Rizzy.
Sky Rizzy names all of the symptoms on it, right? Maybe we were saying this last week. It gives you all the symptoms. You can look it all up online, all the symptoms of Sky Rizzy. You could grow a left fucking testicle on your fucking ear.
It's everything.
From Sky Rizzy, right? And you're aware of that. You know that. You know that you might kill yourself on Sky Rizzy because every drug that the FDA approves has suicidal fucking effects, apparently.
Yeah, you get suicidal thoughts.
So why doesn't this tell any? Why don't we? Why are these side effects not known, telling anybody?
Dude, that's such a great fucking point, man. They should have it like, you know, the stupid COVID commercial with the doctors in the lab coat. They should list at the bottom, like, oh, you could fucking die, you could get herpes, you could get fucking heart disease, your fucking intestines could fall out your asshole. Like, they should fucking list every fucking thing, like, but real quick, like, do it real quick, and then people like, oh yeah, I'll fucking take the shot because they see it. You know what I mean? They're like, all right, I fucking believe it.
Give me a hell yeah.
It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. Yo, that's such a good fucking point, man. They don't fucking list like any fucking side effects. They just be like, oh, take the shot, man. You're helping out your fucking neighbor. You're helping out your buddy next to you. Like, no, I'm not. Like, I'm just helping out myself. I'm being selfish. Me getting a vaccine does nothing for the other guy next to me. Does absolutely nothing. Okay. So people don't buy that bullshit. Buy that lip service they're trying to feed you. It doesn't do anything to your fucking friendly neighbor.
And since when are we supposed to give a fuck about our neighbors? Since when does the news tell us to care about our fucking neighbors? I do care about people. I like to help people out. I'll hold the fucking door for you. If you're fucking broken down on the side of the road, my first instinct is, should I stop? And then I see you, I say, hell no, you're going to kill me. But my first instinct is to stop, right? But so many people's instinct is to not stop. How many times on the side of the road you see something happen, you call up, and you could be the first person, but 1,000 people pass by, they didn't fucking do anything. Yeah. Right? And you might have helped somebody out that's broken down on the side of the road or fucking lost or some shit like that. Nobody fucking does that shit. No. Only a certain amount of fucking people do it. We're teaching everybody, oh, you're selfish if you don't get the vaccine. You're selfish. But motherfucker, what are you doing? You can't make a citizen's arrest on this fucking planet anymore. You can't even help somebody that's hurting on the floor without a chance of them trying to sue your fucking ass
for moving their neck or some bullshit.
But I got to get a fucking vaccine to help your stupid fucking piece of shit ass. Fuck you. You're not going to do a goddamn thing for me if I'm fucking on the side of the road, you pieces of shit. Yeah, that's the shit that pisses me the fuck off. I don't know you fucking anything. If I'm going to do something for you, I'm going to do something because I fucking want to, you fucking cocksuckers.
Right. Out of kindness.
Exactly.
That bullshit. Like, it teaches you the way of the world. Just teach you like not to help somebody on the side of the road because I don't want to get murdered. Like, I'll go there to help him. Like, all of a sudden they'll fucking rob me and take my fucking car. There'll be some shady shit going on. So now when I drive by, if I see them, I'm just like, oh, fuck them.
Fuck them.
That sucks. You know,
I know
what
it sucks.
Like, yeah, like, yo, it is what it is, man. Like, call AAA or some fucking bullshit.
Yeah. I saw some dude broken down on the side of the road the other day on Central Avenue. Number one, there's gas stations like, you know where Dick Gidron's car dealership, the Cadillac dealership used to be near Boulder Creek over there?
Yeah, yep.
He was between the hot dog truck and the library, basically, right? Like Angel's hot dog truck or like Boulder Creek and the library on Central Avenue.
We could get off and go to like Bronxville right there,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. He was basically right there. And it was nighttime. And I didn't even have a chance to stop if I wanted to because I'm going around the turn. But I would have never stopped. This dude was like in a fucking beat up minivan. He's like fucking hitchhiking and shit. I'm like, oh hell no. You know what I mean? Like, there's certain people you pick up, and number one, nighttime is not the time to pick up a hitchhiker.
Hell no.
And like most of the time that you're gonna like help a hitchhiker, it should be a woman by herself because
by herself.
Number one, she's gonna be afraid of you, which is better than you being afraid of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. And then you go like this, help, I'm not going to hurt you. Help. Right. But yeah, there's certain hitchhikers you can help and some, but that's the thing though. Are there? Because that woman could easily have killed you.
Well. She could have a gun and fucking blast you. She could be fucking large Marge and shit. Yeah. Like, who the fuck knows? But yeah, like I feel safer like it was just like a woman, like, oh, you need help? Like, yeah, me and Eugene actually picked up a woman, but she wasn't broke down or nothing. She was coming out like that bar, like on Sawmill River Road. Like, you know, that bar, like that fucking shit bar, shady bar.
Clark's?
Yeah, I think so. Like, you know, it was disgusting, whatever. So yeah, Clark's. She was walking, I guess she's walking out there, but she was like halfway up the block, and me and Eugene picked her up. I'm like, yo, you need a ride. I think she like lived in my neighborhood, but if me and Eugene didn't pick her up, like this like petite little blonde girl, like fucking drunk coming out the bar, and we didn't drive her home, like who knows what the fuck would have happened to her?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What if like somebody us like other than us, like we, you know, some assholes fucking picked her up and like robbed her, did Lord knows what, you know what I mean? Like she's lucky that we were there to fucking pick her up and drive her home. And then she turned out she went to my grade school, whatever, like when we were talking. But you know, thank God we were there. Like if we weren't there, like who knows, man? Like people are fucking crazy. Like I would never ever pitch up a hiker like in the middle of the night. No fucking way. That dude, I'm like, hell no, get out of here. He ain't getting in fucking my ride with your fucking strange knapsack. Like, Lord, it probably has a head in it or some shit. Fucking knows, man.
Well, here's the thing. Also, it was like last week, and it's the week before Christmas, and this guy doesn't have a cell phone, and he didn't realize that he just passed the gas station about a mile back, and he could just walk there.
Yeah, it's suspect, man.
You know?
Maybe he had people hiding behind bushes or trees ready to jump you. You know what I mean? You never know.
Or in the van with the
or in the van
up. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's shady, bro.
And it was in like a weird. It was a dead part of Central Avenue too. So
not a lot of lights. Yeah, not a lot of lights.
Not a lot of lights.
There's
no businesses open. Yeah, no business is open. You know,
low income housing, like right in the back of there.
Oh,
right,
on the other
right
side,
back of there too, on the other side. So you can like run through the woods. So yeah, man, you gotta watch out, man. Certain spots. Like, yo, keep your head up, man. Like Tupac said, keep your head up.
You gotta keep your head up.
When you're out in the fucking blocks. Shit.
Yeah. But I guess you want to talk about outer space for a little bit and then get the hell out of here.
Sure.
All right. So I was having a deep Space Nine combo with my buddy Anthony yesterday. And shit got intense, man, because we were just talking and he knows way more about space apparently than I do. But he also thinks that he knows more about space than could potentially be there. Like I love the guy. He's a very scientific man. I'm a very metaphorical man, I guess, right?
Spiritual.
So this is my question that I posed to him. So there's laws of outer space. There's laws of physics. There's laws of everything, right? And basically when there's a law of something, it's proven and you can't break the law of gravity. You can't really break the law of gravity. It's a fucking law.
Right.
So basically my question is this though. Just because you don't know a law exists in science or physics doesn't mean that it's not there, right? So if you're very scientific, most people that are scientific think there's no afterlife, right? They don't go together. Religion, in quotes, and spirituality and all that stuff just doesn't go together with science.
Right.
Because there's no way to like prove it or anything like that. But if you're able to sit here and say, we could see 13 billion years away, but we can't see 15 billion light years away. You know what I mean? You know how they could see that distance or whatever.
Right.
And they know what a black hole is, but they can't truly understand it. Nobody really knows what's going on in a black hole. So if you don't know, how do you know that you don't know other things as well? So how do you know that here is the spectrum of everything? We have all these laws of science and that's it. We don't defer from them. I think that's the word. But also science goes back and changes its mind every now and then as well.
Yeah, it does.
Right? There used to be the atom was the smallest and there was a quark and then there was something else. So how do you take anything for like word is my bond when it comes to science? And how are you not able to think like there could be more to like dimensions? When you die, your energy goes on to another dimension where you can control things and you become part of the universe. I don't understand how people can't understand both sides of that spectrum.
You pretty much answered like your question. You were saying like, all right, like science is always changing. So, because they find out new information, that's why it's always changing. And they said like this, as far as like space exploration, like I think I was watching something on like 60 Minutes or whatever. Like one lady was like, yeah, we only like kind of like seen like 5 or 8% of space. There's still so much more we have. No, it's like the ocean, pretty much. Like,
Right.
you know, until you hit up all of it, you have no idea what's going on. So of course the information's going to change.
Right.
And you know, once somebody comes back from being dead or whatever and tells you about it, like we're not going to know like what's going to happen in the afterlife. Even though some people, some like, you know, religious people or some, you know, what do you call those people, like the Whoopi Goldberg and ghosts, like that could sense like the spiritual mediums, like those people, like, you kind of hear stories from them, and a lot of that kind of shit makes sense. So maybe a bunch of these Whoopi Goldbergs that are working on these fucking places, maybe they know some shit what's going on, you know?
Right.
So of course, all that shit's gonna change. You can't just say like this is it and that's done. Like we're still evolving. Everything's fucking changing. Like of course we're gonna find out some new shit.
Now, you ever hear of the thing where like electrons? I think they're electron. If you take an electron and then you send it like a gazillion light years away, that electron is still connected to this electron. If you like split it or whatever the fuck, it's the same thing. It'll do the same way. It'll do the same thing. It'll react the same fucking way. So if you got this electron spinning and this one's spinning this way, and then you turn it this way, this one spins that way. Like that, though. Really? There's no delay in it. They are the same fucking thing still from that far away. So in that essence, does that mean that there is something faster than the speed of light? Because if something like that can happen instantaneously, no matter how far away it is, it's got to be on the same wavelength somewhere.
Right.
And connected. Right?
Right. It has to be.
Right.
No doubt. Yeah, no doubt about it. That's instantaneous. Okay. So is that faster than the speed of light? It has to be, because
it has to be.
Because from get to point A to point B, it has to take a microsecond. It can't, you know what I mean? 2 points can't just change automatically without it going from here to here.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know.
Unless they are one.
R1.
And time and space don't fucking matter, because my hands are here. If I was big enough, my hands would always be here and I could always go like this at the same fucking time and there wouldn't be a delay.
Right. Because it's connection there. Right.
So if the universe, like people say, is one giant energetic field and it becomes part of it, like those electrons are part of it because they don't have a fucking brain in a way, in a sense, to disturb it and tell it that time exists and space exists, and it is just the universe, and it just happens like that, right?
Space is an interesting phenomenon, man, because I always get freaked out. Like when you look up at the sky right now and you see stars, you're seeing Sky Rizzy. You're seeing Sky Rizzy up in the air, and those fucking Sky Rizzys are from like billions of years ago.
Yeah.
But about time the light gets from there to here, we're just seeing it what it looked like billions of years ago, which just, it makes my brain hurt from fucking thinking about it. It took me probably like till high school to figure that one out. Like, you know what I mean? Like it took me a minute from learning it in grade school to that time. I'm like, what the fuck? So the light travels. So you're seeing it on that wavelength. So what is that considered the speed of light? Like, right? That's considered speed of light, from the light from there to here.
Right.
It's just like, it's crazy fascinating. I'm hoping, like, that's why I hope, like, when we die, we get to just explore space. Yeah. Like, I just want to explore. I want to know, like, what the fuck is happening up there. I want to know. Like, that's an answer. Like, we should find out. We shouldn't just die and not know that kind of shit. Like, I want to be able to die and, like, read a whole, like, I'm like, oh, that's what this shit was about? I'm like, chocolate milk didn't come from fucking a black cow? Are you kidding me? You know, I want to know that kind of shit, man.
Imagine you just get to sit down, you die, you go into a room with like a study with like books on the wall. You sit down in a chair with a pipe in your hand. You cross your legs and you just read the book of life, and you're like, oh,
the book of life. I'm getting really fucking high right now.
Yeah. And you're just like, oh, I knew that. See, I knew that was bullshit.
Right.
Or I knew that was right. I was fucking right, motherfuckers.
Viruses. Get the vaccines. Vaccines aren't real. That don't
Or
do
you just
shit.
you just upload all the knowledge immediately.
Oh, that'd be fucking dope too. But like, I know everything. Like the Matrix.
Yeah,
Like
pretty much.
people that people haven't seen the Matrix. It came out a couple days before Christmas on HBO Max. That shit was fucking good, man. Got to see it. I watched all the Matrix movies up again before I watched the new one. And I'm glad I did it because it was just, it's fascinating shit, man. The Matrix.
You
bro,
liked it, huh? You liked the new one?
Way ahead of his time. Like, I mean, talking about the original Matrix because it goes back to that kind of shit. And I know what the Matrix is doing. The Matrix 4, this ain't the last one. They're going to come out with another one. They're going to tie more into that. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's going to be another trilogy. Wait till you see. I understand what they're doing, man.
I didn't like it, man. I had to turn it off.
What?
But also, I wasn't paying attention to it as much, and so maybe I just hate.
That's what it is. You have to just get all your distractions out. Like fucking, just get in a room and just fucking watch it, man. Put your headphones on and just fucking watch it. Telly. Don't let your mind fucking wander like an idiot. Because it was a couple of times my mind wandered where I have to like hit that like little 15-second rewind button. I'm like, wait a minute, I fucking lost track. I'm like, who's this guy's Morpheus now? I'm like, holy shit. So it's like you gotta like, you just don't get too fucking distracted, man.
Well, that's because you're on Sky Rizzy and it gives you like 15-second like fucking like memory lapses, so you gotta rewind your shit.
Yeah, I'm like, oh shit, fucking zoning out. I'm fucking Sky Rizzy right now.
All right, I want to bring one more space time equilibrium thing up, and then I guess whatever. But the same thing with the electrons, okay? An electron does something different when it's not being viewed, when it's not being like analyzed or whatever.
When you're not looked at, okay?
Yeah, an electron behind me could be doing something different, right? It could be spinning this way, but then when I look at it, it like stands still, or changes fucking direction, and that's a proven fact. I don't understand how that happens. I don't know. I don't understand how anybody could ever know that.
Right? You like what do you? It's like. No, you know what you're describing? Like when you open and close a fridge to see if the light's on in there. You try to open up real quick. That's what you're describing. Like, how do you know? You don't know.
Right. Now, here's the question, though. If that same electron can react the same way as the other one that's a bazillion light years away, how do we know what's going on behind us is real? Is if there's anything behind you at all? If nobody's looking at it, right? If you're not seeing me right now, how do I know that all the particles aren't like this right now, right? And then when I turn around, because it's faster than the speed of light, it comes back together. I'll never be able to fucking tell that it was apart.
Well, you can't.
And I only perceive it to be together. And I perceive the wall. I perceive my guitar over there because I've been taught what perception is and how the brain perceives things. And I perceive that I'm holding this thing. Maybe I am holding it, or maybe I'm not holding it, because here's the thing as well. They've concluded that you're not even touching anything, apparently, right? Like when Pastina's right here,
right?
You're not even touching her. There's space between you. You're not touching your fingers when you put your fingers together, because atoms, I guess, have space in them. Like,
oh, okay.
You're never touching anything, apparently, like legit touching things, because there's space between atoms.
Okay. That's a day.
So maybe,
by the way.
Maybe it all is just fucking bullshit, Mike, and perception and fucking. Maybe we can control everything, and we just choose because of how we've been born and raised by everything in the world to look at things the way that we look at them. But if we were able to open our minds and look at them totally different, the fucking world would be our oyster. Hence, billionaires, people that live on fucking yachts 90% of the time and fucking do whatever the fuck they want because they have that control, man.
You think magicians are like that, like a David Blaine, because he's able to use his mind differently because he's able to like move shit with his mind or do all these fucking crazy tricks? You think that's kind of like on that same wavelength? You think they're able to? You think they're able to like master that in a way? Because I seen him do some crazy shit, and that's just like
I know
something out of this world, you know.
I mean, a lot of magician stuff. Number one is fucking sleight of hand and shit like that, right?
Yeah,
and
right.
And mirrors and smoke and mirror shit. But that's not to say that maybe maybe some of these guys have a certain fucking power in them. Like he dedicates his life to magic, right?
Right. That's fucking, it could be black magic, could be white magic. Like, who knows, man?
Right. It could be.
That's some fucking crazy shit, man. You heard it here on the Mix It Up fucking podcast, man.
You heard it first. You can't touch anything. Nothing touches anything. Nothing's real.
That's real. My tranny didn't go. It was in my fucking mind. I should have just fucking kept driving in my car. So stupid.
When Mike wakes up tomorrow, he's going to be surrounded by trannies.
Right. There's going to be a tranny in my bed. Can you imagine that? Sick. I'm sorry. I apologize, all you trannies out there. If all you trannies are listening to the podcast, listen, I'm just joking, man. Can we all just joke about being different and fucking weird? Like, sure, of course, I think you people are weird, using different parts of your body and changing things and dressing up as different characters. But to me, that's hilarious. Can't you just appreciate that I find it funny? I'm just not demeaning you. I'm just making fun of you. I'm just making fun of you because I like you, tranny. Right? Can we all just agree on that? I like trannies.
There you go.
Right?
You heard it here first.
People love New York, man. Come on. So let's all just be kind to each other, joke around with each other, and nobody will get fucking offended because now we're not an uptight little bitch. So that is it for the Mix It Up podcast. That's the motto I'm signing off with. Don't be a little bitch. Or if you want to get political, live life, love, learn, whatever that fucking shit goes. But Nick, where could they find us before I go fucking continue it down this crazy rabbit hole I'm on? Where can they find us on the Mix It Up podcast?
Well, I just want to tell everybody that I don't think the motto of politics is live, love, life, learn, as you just said.
All right, I was way off on that one.
You can find us at the Mix It Up Pod on Instagram, YouTube. You can find us on our website. Big Blue BBNY Giants Podcast / I jerk it, you jerk it, we jerk it / Mix It Up Podcast.
Click on the link
at netscape.com / AOL ×2². What fuck?
When you enter that fucking password and when you enter the web address in your computer, make sure your keyboard's charged because it's gonna fucking take you a long fucking time.
Yeah,
or
make
just
sure you
click on the link. Take your shits, do whatever you fucking gotta do, but check out the fucking website, like and subscribe. Shout out to the countries listening to us, man. United States, India, France, Germany, Netherlands, and now Israel fucking made the list. Shout out to all you people. That's fucking wild. Never would have thought that. But listen, no after party this week. We'll be back again next week with another fine episode. Maybe a guest, maybe not. Maybe I'll have a tranny in the works. We'll see. But with that, peace.